I'm Maxxx Pleasure. Today I'm going to show you my makeup and hair tricks for creating a drag king look. And I'm going to take you beyond the glam and tell you a little bit about the amazing drag scene that we have here in Brooklyn. So the first thing I do is moisturize, because that's really important. I like to do a glitter lip, which is a trick that I've learned from burlesque performers and drag queens. It's definitely the thing that people get the most excited about. I'm like, what about the mustache? Whatever, it's fine. And people are always shocked when I say it's just some glue and then loose glitter put on top. And then I get glitter all over everything, but that's okay. Today is Saturday morning drag brunch. It is a drag brunch of non-stop shows for like 3 hours. So this is Neutrogena Healthy Skin Primer. I truthfully don't know a lot about makeup. The transformation wasn't really what drew me to drag in the first place. The thing that drew me was being able to get on stage and tell a story and choreograph dances and build props. That's the stuff that really excites me. The makeup part actually scared me for so long. My first few times in drag when I was in college, I didn't wear facial hair because it scared me too much. So next I do the contouring. I don't really change the shape of my face. I kind of just exaggerate the highs and lows that I already have. Contouring is also a necessary part of the process because it helps your face not get lost in stage lighting. There's so many misconceptions about drag kings. I get really excited when I have the opportunity to set the record straight. So a drag king is a performer that performs a masculine persona or illusion. And a drag queen is a performer that does a feminine one. Those definitions are purposefully very vague, and even I almost find those two restricting. So here I'm making more of a masculine like triangle eyebrow, and I'm kind of following like where my natural arch is and really making my eyebrows bigger and thicker. Those are definitions rooted in the idea of the gender binary. You're either a man or a woman. Like drag is the transformation from one to the other. And those definitions are kind of fading out as our understanding of gender and gender identity expand. When I first started drag, it was in college. And I was like, oh, well, I'm a woman, so I have to be a drag king. That's not really the case. There are plenty of women who are drag queens, who identify as women, but the gender identity that you have day to day does not have to control the drag illusion that you choose to perform. So the last step of my makeup process is the mustache and goatee, which I apply with face paint and a toothpick. This is one of the techniques that has not changed at all since 2016. I usually don't pick out my brunch looks until the last second because I really, want to see how I'm feeling. Today, I'm gonna go for my yellow suit. It was custom made for me by my friend 10 Yards Clothing. It's one of my favorite looks to wear. So the very last step is the hair gel, but instead of a gel, I'm going to use lube. Using lube keeps the wet look longer. And that's kind of what I'm going for, like the really greasy, I'm a rock star who's on tour and hasn't had access to a good shower in weeks. Like that's kind of what I'm going for. And that's the look.
Our next performer is a good man.
It's true!
Please put your hands together for Maxxx Pleasure!
Being a drag king has really expanded my understanding of what my own gender identity is and what I want my presentation to be. I was like, oh, like Maxxx Pleasure is a character that I put on and he's a rocker type. So like, these are my rings that I'm gonna wear in drag. And then it reached to the point where I just wore that jewelry all the time. And then from there I was like, wait, no, I like being this way a lot. I don't know, being Maxxx Pleasure taught me a lot about how I want to be. It's about confidence. It's about entering a room and knowing that I'm an integral part of what's happening there. And I've learned a lot about not just being like a person or a man or a performer, I've learned so much about being part of a group, helping people. I would not be the person that I am today if it wasn't for being Maxx Pleasure and being a drag performer.